In the realm of conspiracy theories and hidden truths, famous government cover-ups have long captured the imagination of the public. These clandestine operations, shrouded in secrecy and deception, have fueled speculation and mistrust in the actions of governments around the world. From alleged UFO sightings to political assassinations, the veil of government secrecy has given rise to a plethora of conspiracy theories. In this video, we will delve into some of the most notorious government cover-ups in history, shedding light on the hidden truths that have been obscured from public view. The nature and purpose of government secrecy. The intricate dance between transparency and secrecy in governmental affairs is as old as governance itself. Governments often argue that secrecy is paramount for safeguarding national security, conducting delicate diplomatic negotiations, and protecting sensitive information that, if disclosed, could potentially jeopardize the safety and well-being of its citizens. However, when the scales tip too far towards opacity, it can sow seeds of doubt, leading to public skepticism and erosion of trust in governmental institutions. The justification for maintaining certain information under wraps is multifaceted, encompassing the protection of national interests, the avoidance of panic among the populace, and the preservation of the integrity of ongoing operations or investigations. Yet, this very act of withholding information can be a double-edged sword. While on one hand, it aims to protect, on the other, it can create an environment ripe for speculation and conspiracy theories, as seen in various famous government cover-ups throughout history. The challenge lies in finding the delicate balance between the necessary concealment for security purposes and the democratic principle of transparency, which demands accountability and openness from those in power. The Roswell UFO incident, fact or fiction? The Roswell incident remains a pivotal event in the annals of alleged government cover-ups, igniting a fierce debate between skeptics and believers. In the summer of 1947, what was initially reported as a crashed UFO was later officially identified by the US military as a bridge from a downed weather balloon. This explanation, however, failed to quench the thirst for truth among UFO enthusiasts. The incident quickly became enshrined in extraterrestrial lore as evidence of government secrecy regarding alien life forms. Over the years, the US government released several reports attempting to debunk UFO claims, attributing the recovered debris to a top-secret surveillance balloon project named Project Mobile, which was designed to detect Soviet atomic bomb tests. Despite these explanations, the Roswell incident continues to be a beacon for conspiracy theorists who challenge the official narrative, citing alleged alterations of witness testimony and physical evidence as proof of a cover-up. The enduring fascination with Roswell is not just about the possibility of alien visitors, but also about the larger issue of governmental transparency and the public's right to know. It underscores the deep-seated suspicion towards official accounts and the belief that truth might be out there, still concealed by layers of government secrecy. Conspiracy about Antarctica. Antarctica, the world's southernmost continent, is shrouded in mystery and the subject of numerous government cover-up theories. Among the most compelling is the belief that governments are concealing evidence of ancient civilizations beneath its ice. Proponents of this theory point to unusual satellite imagery and undisclosed military operations as proof that there's more to the icy expanse than meets the eye. Additionally, there's speculation about secret bases, both human and extraterrestrial, hidden away from the public scrutiny. These theories are fueled by restricted access to certain areas of Antarctica, which the governments justify on environmental protection grounds, but which conspiracy theorists argue serve to hide the truth. While scientific expeditions frequently traverse the continent, their findings and activities are often kept under wraps, further deepening the aura of secrecy. Despite the lack of concrete evidence to support the most outlandish claims, the intrigue surrounding Antarctica persists, making it a focal point for those skeptical of official narratives and eager to uncover what they believe to be the hidden truths behind government actions in this enigmatic land of ice. Operation Northwoods, a plan for fabricated terror. Operation Northwoods stands as a chilling testament to the extent some government factions have considered going to influence public perception and foreign policy. Drafted by the US Department of Defense and the Joint Chiefs of Staff in the early 1960s, this proposal sought to create a series of covert, false flag operations that would simulate terrorist attacks on US soil. These fabricated atrocities, including the potential sinking of boats carrying Cuban refugees, hijacking planes, and even orchestrating violent terrorism in US cities, were to be falsely attributed to Cuba. The ultimate aim was to drum up national outrage and justify a military intervention against Cuba, leveraging the Cold War tensions of the era. This alarming proposal, though never executed, was presented to President Kennedy, who decisively rejected it. The revelation of Operation Northwoods decades later through the release of classified documents ignited a firestorm of controversy, revealing the lengths to which certain elements within the government were prepared to go in pursuit of geopolitical objectives. This episode not only showcases the dark potentialities of military and intelligence operations, but also serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of vigilant oversight and the ethical boundaries that must govern covert actions. The Watergate Scandal. Uncovering presidential deception. The Watergate affair stands as one of the most infamous political scandals in American history, unfolding a narrative of clandestine activities at the highest echelons of power. In June 1972, the break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters, situated in the Watergate office complex, set off a chain of events that would eventually lead to the unraveling of a vast cover-up orchestrated by President Nixon and his advisors. This cover-up was not merely an attempt to shield the perpetrators of the break-in, but also a concerted effort to obstruct justice and undermine the democratic electoral process. As the investigation progressed, it was revealed that the Nixon administration had engaged in a broad range of illegal activities, including bribery, wiretapping, and sabotage of political opponents. The relentless pursuit by journalists and the subsequent televised Senate hearings brought the scandal to the public's attention, highlighting the crucial role of a free press in holding government officials accountable. The fallout from Watergate culminated in Nixon's resignation, marking the first time in U.S. history that a sitting president had resigned from office. This scandal fundamentally altered Americans' perception of their leaders, revealing the potential for abuse of power within the presidency and stressing the necessity for greater transparency and integrity in public office. MKUltra, the CIA's mind control experiments. MKUltra represents one of the most disturbing instances of government overreach into the realm of behavioral science and personal autonomy. Initiated in the early 1950s and persisting into the 1970s, his covert CIA project embarked on a quest to master the art of mind control. These experiments involved the administration of psychoactive drugs like LSD, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, and various forms of torture. The aim was to explore the potential for controlling human behavior, enhancing interrogation techniques, and developing psychological weapons. The eventual exposure of MKUltra through investigative journalism and congressional inquiries in the 1970s unveiled the grim realities of secret government experimentation, prompting significant public backlash and calls for reform. This chapter in American history serves as a cautionary tale of the ethical boundaries of governmental authority and the paramount importance of safeguarding individual rights against invasive research practices. The Tuskegee Syphilis Experiment, a dark chapter in medical history. The Tuskegee experiment, conducted by the U.S. Public Health Service, remains an egregious example of ethical violation in medical research. For 40 years, from 1932 to 1972, researchers deliberately denied effective treatments to African American men diagnosed with syphilis under the guise of studying the disease's unchecked progression. This deceit not only resulted in untold human suffering, but also deepened the mistrust between African American communities and the medical establishment. The exposure of this study shocked the public and profoundly impacted the regulation of clinical research, leading to stringent ethical standards requiring informed consent from participants. The Tuskegee experiment underscores the vital importance of ethical integrity in conducting scientific research. If you found this video interesting, please like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden truths and historical mysteries. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.